was like, okay, nice meeting you. Thank you so much. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney. If you are new, welcome or welcome back. Y'all, do I have the story for you? Okay. So yesterday I had the pleasure of meeting the Sir John. And if you do not know who he is a celebrity makeup artist. I think he's based out of LA, and he is most known for being Beyonce's makeup artist, like her go-to guy for creating all of her beautiful makeup looks. And I met him. Okay, I met the guy who lays hands on Beyonce and does her makeup. Like, I met him. What? Crazy, crazy. I get so much joy from this experience that I had yesterday, and I just wanted to share it. And I don't know that anybody cares, but it just brings me joy, and it just kind of propelled this other train of thought in me, and I just wanted to sit down and kiki with somebody and talk about it. So here I am. So let's get into it. Okay, so yesterday at my job, we were hosting this beauty trend event where, you know, brands come in and they talk about their new products for the season, and like new colorways, new concealers, whatever it is, like new products that you need for either spring, summer, or fall, winter. So obviously this was the spring, summer season. So for the brand Citizen, Sir John was coming with that brand, and he was gonna be like hosting like a color matching session after the event for customers and people who came. So he was one of the special speakers and guests that were coming to the show. So we knew, like, people who worked at the store, we all knew like he was coming, like it wasn't a secret. So it was kind of like this running joke with like me and one of my coworkers. We're like, oh my gosh, he's gonna come, like I want to meet him, he's just gonna like rescue us and just propel us to another level of life, you know, save us from our current jobs and just take us with you, you know. So that was kind of the running joke, but never in my mind did I think like I would actually meet him. I think it was just gonna be like, oh, I see him in a distance, like, oh, there he is, like that's so cool, like take pictures, you know what I mean, from a distance, but not actually like meet him, you know. So morning of the event, everything's set up, the customers are showing up, it's great. Well, the setup was, but we're not gonna get into that because it's not even the interesting part of the story. Event's going on, everything is set up, customers are coming in, sitting down, the show's starting, and me and one of my friends slash co-workers were watching the show, and you know, we're standing at like the little coffee bar, and he turns around and he's like, is that him? I was like, him who? Like Sir John? He's like, yeah, I think that's him. I was like, are you lying? Because he likes to play a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like he likes to do the most. So I didn't believe him when he's asked. So he's like, is that him? And I was like, I don't know, are you lying to me? If you lie to me and I turn around and he's not there, we're gonna have issues. So I turn around and there he was, probably like a good 10 feet behind me, closer than I thought I was ever gonna get to this man. And I'm just like, it's him, he's right there. Like, that's insane. I was just so hyped and so nervous, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Like he's like right there, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm having a little out of body experience, getting little hot flashes, but nothing happens. He's like setting up his table of where he's gonna be working, all this other jazz. So the show continues to go on, and he comes back to his table. He like left, came back, and like now people are starting to like talk to him. They want to take pictures with him before he goes on stage to like do his portion of the show. At this point, it's kind of well known that I'm like having a freak out, that he's there, like just right there, Like, I'm telling you, like 10 feet away, like just taking photos. I'm just like, oh my God. Friend slash coworker, he's like, go take a picture, like go over there. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't need to. I'm too shy. I'm embarrassed. Like, no, I'm good. And he's like, no, you should. This is your opportunity. Like, go take a picture of him. No. I'm just like, no, please don't. Like, no. Without my knowledge, our beauty managers who are taking photos with him, one of them decides to tell him like,
oh my gosh, like one of your biggest fans is over there having a freak out and she's dying to meet you.
I did not know that this is what was said. So he probably thinks I'm like this psycho crazy person. And then I guess he was like, oh, let me meet her. So I'm like around the corner like having hot flashes, like, oh my God. And all I hear is a bunch of people call my name. They're like, what's happening? I'm like, no, oh my God, nah. I'm like having a freak out. One, because I have learned, I think I've always known this about myself, but I've just recently accepted it, that I am very socially awkward. Not all the time, but I just get really nervous and sometimes I don't say the right things and I'm just really socially awkward. I'm very introverted. I've been that way my whole life. Like, I don't need to be entertained by anybody. I can hang out with myself and be cool. Like, I like being in the house. And I just felt myself like not prepared to like be cool, calm and collected and have this conversation. Like, cause in my mind, none of this was supposed to happen. It was just gonna be like a cool thing. Like, he was standing over there. I took a picture of him like, ah, he's at my job. How cool. Not me actually like meeting him. Like, it was a joke. And maybe I like manifested something or God was listening like real close. I don't know. But anyways, so I'm having this freak out because I know that I'm socially awkward. And because like my role at this event was to set it up and tear down. So I'm not cute. I have no makeup on. Like I'm in sweatpants and sneakers. And I try to make it look like something, but I'm not cute. So this whole meeting him was just not how I would have pictured it, but grateful nonetheless. So anyways, they call me over and I like poke my head up from around the corner and I'm just like, yes. And I'm like, oh my God, come here. So I like walk to him and he's like, oh my God, how are you? I was like, hi, I'm Courtney. I was like, I'm so nervous. Like, I couldn't even like look him in the eye at this point. And he's probably like 6'2", like he's taller than me. Like, my face was like chest level for him. And I was just like, I'm so nervous. And he's like, oh my God, why are you nervous? He's like, oh my God, don't be nervous. And it was such a pleasant experience, let me tell you. Like, so he like wraps his arms around me to take a photo. He's just like, come here, like, we're gonna take a photo. I'm like, okay. So he hugs me, kind of like wraps his arms around me, hugs me, and we like take a photo. And I'm like kind of blacked out for a little bit. Like, I don't know. Like, I had a lot of range of emotions going through me as this was happening. And it was also like making me more nervous because there were so many people around, like my coworkers, like my friends, like people like that I see every day. Like, I don't know. It was just, they were all just like looking at me, like having an interaction with him, which made it more awkward for me. If I had the chance to do it all over again, I would, and be a little bit more normal, you know? But anyways, so he wrapped his loving arms around me and we took a photo. And mind you, he smelled great. I was like, you smell nice, sir. You smell really good. Like, really good. And so we're like, oh great, took a photo. And before I get into the next part, it was just so nice that it almost felt like he was just taking an extra step to make me feel more comfortable, because I told him I was nervous. And that man does not know me. He does not owe me a thing. He does not have to be nice to me. Like, he didn't have to engage or talk or do anything, you know? And it just felt nice that he was creating a space for me to feel comfortable, like in his space, if that makes sense. It was just a really nice gesture. And I don't know, it just left a really great impression on me. Like, again, I don't know this man. I don't know anything beyond like his actual work and interviews that he's done, but I don't know him as a human being and as a person. Like, I don't know his personality, like who he really is off camera, like none of that. But it just was a very warm, like he gave a very warm like aura, like he wanted people to feel comfortable around him, if that makes sense. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, anyways, he like hugs me, we take a photo. We're just like, okay, like step back, and then he's just like, oh, so where are you from?
I'm like, oh my gosh, we're like having a conversation.
And what was the other thing that was kind of mind-blowing was, you know, he took a couple photos before he got to me, and I'm not saying I'm special or like anything like that. And he was taking photos with other people, being very pleasant, like kind of like, yeah, posing for photos. But he didn't like hug anyone else, you know what I'm saying? Like, he embraced me, probably because I was like shaking like a crazy person because I was so nervous. But then he also engaged in like just normal small talk conversation with me, and I'm just like, and he didn't do that with anyone else. So nothing was special, but sometimes it's nice to be God's favorite, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, after we took the photo, like he's just like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, oh, originally from Virginia, just moved to California. He's like, oh, how do you like it? I'm like, love it. Love California. It's beautiful, the weather, all that. Inside, I am like trying to keep my body from like shaking. I'm so nervous, and just trying to have like a normal conversation. So I'm like,
look normal, take the smile off your face, like be normal girl, be normal.
He's just like, oh, okay, cool, like I'm from the East Coast, I'm from New York, like yes, it gets cold. He's like, it's probably not as bad in Virginia, but like I totally get it, like the whole weather thing, like California's beautiful, like I'm based in LA. And it's like,
yeah, okay, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I get it, like I totally get the weather thing, like I've lived all over the place. So he's like, yeah, we got it, this whole California thing, like East Coasters now planted in the West Coast. And I'm just like, yes, yes, boo, yes. And I was like, okay, well, thank you for meeting me, like you're so kind. I'm gonna go pass out in a corner somewhere. I didn't say that, but that's inside. I was like, okay, nice meeting you, thank you so much. This is my exact reaction when I walked away. I literally had to step back into, like around the corner, into the coffee bar. My friend was like, that's crazy. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, what else? I think I'm gonna pass out now. It was just an experience. It was an experience, and I will never forget it. And it just really, and this is partly why I wanted to kind of make the video, not because I necessarily met him, but it just sparked, like, one, it was nice that he was so kind, and one, he did not have to take a photo with me, nor did he have to have any sort of small talk with me. But to me, it just was kind of representative of him as a person, of making someone feel comfortable in his space and making someone like just feel, I don't say important, but feel okay. Like, you know, it's like, I'm nervous, I don't know what to do, and it's like, chill girl, like you're okay, you know? And just, I just feel like that's a good like testament to his character, probably. Like, again, I don't know him, I don't know anything other than his professional life and interviews that he's done, but I just feel like it was a real testament of his character. And it was just so nice. Like, he just had, as I'm remembering it, like he just had this nice like warm energy that like you want to get to know, like you want to know him, you want to be his friend. And I don't know, that just really sat with me, and it almost kind of inspired me, like, what kind of energy am I giving off, you know? I want to create a space where people feel safe and they feel comfortable just being around me, just because of who I am, not necessarily because I'm creating a character or like doing all of this. Like, it just seemed natural to him, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm just like, it was just such a cool experience. And it also kind of sparked this train of thought where it was definitely a pinch me moment, and I really want to have more of those moments in my life where I want to, I don't know, just be able to experience bigger things. And not necessarily like it has to be meeting a celebrity, like no, not at all. But I just want to like be able to accomplish things and do things in my life or travel or go places and just have those pinch me moments like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that just happened to me, or like I can't believe like I'm in the space that I dreamed of being in, or you know what I mean? Just, it just really put this joy inside of me, but it just sparked a whole new wave of like, I don't even know what it tapped into, but there was some endorphins running around in my brain or wherever through my body, and I just like this feeling. I like the feeling of, I don't know, just this renewed energy. Because when I tell you I had a week last week, it was crazy. Like just little things were just so triggering, and to be able to come full circle from the beginning of the week all the way around to the end of the week, and this is how I ended my week. And it just also, like, God pays attention. Like, he cares about the details of your lives. Like, he cares. And it's just so crazy that after the week that I had, God was like, you know what? I got you. Like a God wink. You know what I'm saying? Where he just, like, winks at you and just does, like, a little thing. It doesn't have to be, like, a whole life-changing thing, but he just winks. Like, he knows. He's paying attention. You know what I'm saying? That's it, y'all. That is the story time. That is the story time. And maybe I'll have more stories of crazy adventures coming up. Who knows how my life is going to change and transform, but that was just so cool. There is no other point to this video. Like, I was gonna do something really cute and like make this video and try and like recreate one of my favorite makeup looks that he's done while I'm telling you the story, and it was too much because one, I'm not a makeup artist, and the look that I chose was too much. Like, that was gonna take a little practice and I cannot talk through that. So I just threw this on and I just thought I'd do a story time. I don't know that anyone cares, but I just wanted to share, and maybe it will inspire other people. Maybe people will hate it. I don't care, because I met Sir John, okay? You can't tell me nothing, at least for the next 5 days. You can't tell me anything, okay? That's it. That's the video. Wow. All right. I'm gonna go clean my apartment. Bye.